Hello, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Suiven, known as Mati, and if you're just joining for the first time, you're very welcome. If you're just hopping by and you just discovered us, you're very welcome. Hopefully you stay. So here I create content on how to run an online boutique here in Canada because I launched my boutique 3 months ago, and I'm located in Canada, so all the experiences that I will be sharing with you is really based on the experiences I've had here in Canada. And for my returning subscribers, you guys are so adorable. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for being with me here, staying with me. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for spreading the word. I cannot trade this for anything. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. So on my last video, I had talked about giving you updates on what has been happening so far since I launched the boutique. And I've been having some questions, wondering and pondering what I should do next. And actually, I have not made that decision yet. I mean, we still have until November because my website is registered for a year. So November of this year. Before November of this year, we have to make a decision whether we're going to break up with this boutique relationship or we're gonna stick to it and make it work. So we'll see. So on today's video, I wanted to share with you the mistakes I've made. I mean, I've been talking about these mistakes that I've made so far like forever, but then I thought, you know what, after 3 months I should have maybe gotten a lot of those mistakes that I've made because I'm learning as I'm going. I didn't learn how to open a boutique anywhere. So I think within the 3 months that have passed, I think there's some mistakes that I've made that I can actually share in case someone is looking to open a business in the future, or like any boutique in the future here in Canada or somewhere else. They can actually learn from me because I'm giving you life experiences and I'm giving you straight to the point. Like, I'm not making stuff up, I'm just telling you exactly what is going on. So on today's video, we're going to talk about the mistakes I've made, and I've made them in 3 categories. And don't mind me looking down because I made sure that I wrote everything down so that I don't forget anything, because most times I come here and then I say these things and then I'm like, oh, I should have said this, I should have said that. So let's go straight to the video, the mistakes I've made. And really, if I had known these mistakes because they're huge and they're costly, actually, I wouldn't have made them. All right, so the first mistake is on inventory. So what did I do? So when I had this idea of running this boutique, I am a shopaholic, number one. So you would know where that this is going to. Should have bought things, in smaller batches instead of buying a whole lot of things at one shot, because it became so difficult for me to manage. And I'll tell you, as we go on during this video. So inventory, number one mistake is I got a lot of inventory at the same time. And one thing that I made, which is huge, that I didn't consider why buying this inventory, is the fact that I launched in November. We were in fall, over moving to winter. I got a lot of dresses and very few fall winter stuff. So that's number one mistake that I made. Because a lot of people got in here for launch day and they were looking for fall winter stuff, and I had very limited variety, very limited. There was a lot of summer stuff. So yeah, that's one mistake that I made. But again, people from my community, I mean, that wasn't really a bad thing per se, because we buy clothes anytime. We don't look at we don't consider weather before we buy clothes. But for other people, people really stick to buying seasonally. I've got a lot of people here come here and say, oh, I'm just buying seasonally. I'm not, when summer comes, I'm gonna look at summer dresses, but for right now, I'm looking at, your fall collection. So that's the first mistake that I made, which is very huge. And the second mistake is on the website itself. The mistake that I made when it comes to the website is the fact that the images that I put on the website, because I had a lot of inventory and I had to take photos on them, I didn't get the chance to take like the photos on all the variety that I had. So I had to use stock photos from companies, and that wasn't learning as I'm going now. I'm hearing other people, or when I'm reading other like stuff online, I learned that, you know, some people, they're not advising that you use stock photos. I don't know, I don't have a problem with it. If I go to a website and I like their stuff, I don't care if the photos are not from, you know, the person running the boutique, or the, you know, any consistency. I don't care. I look at the dresses. But apparently what I've been noticing and researching and reading is that using stock photos does not give you any consistency, and it doesn't put your brand out there to be unique per se. So that's something that I learned along the way, but I made a mistake of even having stock photos on my website. So going forward, how am I gonna like solve this problem? Going forward, when you visit my next time by springtime, honestly, it's going to look totally different. And by the way, I guess this is an announcement. I got a model for my website. I got a model. I am one of them, but I got another one. In fact, two of them, and I'm so blessed that they were so helpful in helping me to take photos on the website. So by the time you visit my website on by springtime, it will look amazing. No stock photos for now. There's a couple of them stock photos in there, but I will change that very, very, very soon. And so yeah, so when it comes to the website, that's the mistake I made. First of all, the images, you know, I would have maybe chosen to do the modeling myself, but again, because I had a lot of inventory, there are some sizes that can't suit me. I'm a plus size, and there are some sizes that can suit me, so I had to use the stock photos from the companies. So after building the website, I noticed very late in the game that I did not have any about us page. Who does that? So here I am trying to bring awareness to everyone out there about Brightstar Fancy Boutique, and I don't have an about us page. Now if somebody hops in my website like just accidentally, and they're even like, oh, but who are these people? Let me go on to the about us page. I didn't have any. I did not have any. I only noticed this like maybe 1.5 months ago. And I had to quickly really do an about us, you know, like, oh my gosh, that's a mistake I made. But you know what? It's not too late. It's only been 3 months, right? So I'm learning and I'm correcting the mistakes. As a matter of fact, I already corrected that mistake, and the about us is right there. Okay. And the next thing about the website is not only the about us, the contact information. Can you believe this? This was supposed to be like the first thing I put on the website. I think the business email address was there, but guess what? It was not bearing the business name. I had a Gmail email, which is, it's not speaking well of the brand, you know what I mean? So, but then I corrected it, and then I actually created an email with the business name, which is info@brightstarfancyboutique.com. So that was one thing. I didn't put my information, like my contact information, because I was scared, or I don't want to, because I'm running the boutique from my garage, as you guys know, right? So I was like, okay, why am I going to put my address here, my phone number and everything? But I guess it is what it is. There are people selling online and they put their home addresses. So why not? For right now, I don't have a storefront. I don't have any brick and mortar to get any addresses from there and put on the website. But for right now, I'll put the address where the items are located. So those are the mistakes I made for the website. Now, the other thing is product description. Okay, so you know how you put the products online, you have to actually describe them. So sometimes I made mistakes with even putting the size chart, like even putting the sizes that came along with the product. So for example, I may have this blouse that has like X and XL, put XL and forget X and forget L, or put S and forget M. So things like that. I mean, I'm doing all of this by myself. So I missed out on these type of things, these little details. Because somebody might just hop into your website and try to buy. They might not find that size, and not because the product is not there, but because you forgot to put it. You know what I mean? The last category of mistake that I made is marketing. Marketing. So you know that I use Facebook as my main source of marketing. I mean, I do Instagram, I do TikTok and all, but the traffic that goes to my website are from Facebook. So I really rely on Facebook ads for traffic on my website. So for example, when I do Facebook ads, I mean, I get like almost 10,000 impressions, and actually people going to the website, like at least 600, 700, 800, even 1,000 people going to that website. So that's a lot. That's huge. And you know, when you're creating awareness, you're just hoping that at least when you keep doing those ads and people going, they'll keep knowing or remembering your website, and they will one day come in and purchase something. So the mistake that I made on marketing is the fact that I just heard about Facebook marketing and I just went ahead and did Facebook marketing. What I should have done, learning from that, is that I should have actually, there are some criteria that, or there are some steps that you have to take in order to, before you actually launch your Facebook ads. So for example, you have to check on your targeted audience. So when you do ads, Facebook gives you analytics, and they tell you like where people are, what, like they're clicking from or they're visiting from, which countries, the age groups and things like that. So all those parameters, I had to actually set them up, but I did not know. It was only after about 3 or 4 adverts that I made that I noticed that, oh, I should have set it up so that it gives me that statistic, and so that it made, I lost about maybe $200 just throwing out adverts out there. One thing too that I, you know, throwing out adverts out there without any specific how do I call it, without any specific parameter, if that it makes any sense. And then another thing that happened with marketing is the fact that when I was doing these adverts, I was just excited doing adverts without thinking about even putting an image to those adverts. So for example, you could just maybe place a skirt or a dress or something just to show, you know, the type of things that you're carrying before you do the advert. But I didn't do that. It was only probably after a month I noticed that, oh my gosh, I should be doing these adverts with some of my products, so people can actually, when they're clicking on those adverts, they could actually see what this website is all about, what this business is all about. So yeah, so these are the mistakes that I made. And for this marketing thing and the Facebook thing, I am still actually learning. I've set up a couple of parameters, even though unfortunately my accounts were hacked, like I said before in my previous video. I still don't have access to doing ads yet. I think I have like 2 weeks left for the restrictions that they gave me. Oh, hackers, man. Yeah, they did me bad. So bad. So right now I'm depending only on Google Ads, and Google Ads, there's a lot out there. You need to spend thousands upon thousands of dollars to actually get even 100 people to your website from Google Ads. So Facebook ads were the things, you know, well, it's where I was really hoping to get a lot of people, and I've been having it until the hack occurred. So yeah, so these are the mistakes that I made. And if anyone is ever thinking of doing business like this online, you probably, even if it's not a boutique, you probably would have to do adverts, or probably have to do buying and things like that. Learn from my mistakes. So yeah, so we've come to the end of this video, and I hope this will help someone in the future. I mean, YouTube is there forever, so even if it's 10 years later, you still go to this video and you'll learn a thing or two. Yep, so right now is the moment of truth. If you're here until now and you haven't subscribed, what are you doing? Please go ahead and subscribe, okay? We'll really do appreciate that. Please go ahead and subscribe, comment, share the video, spread the word, and then when next I come, we will have a nice time. So see you on the next video. Ciao.